Welcome back to Different Directions. Today, I am with Garret Autry.
Yes.
Garret Autry.
Garret Autry.
How are you? How are you feeling today?
Very sleepy.
Very sleepy.
Didn't sleep last night, but this helped out.
You got your energy drink.
Yeah. I'm like, Doug.
You know those things are bad for you, right?
Well, you know monsters are bad for you though, Doug, too.
Yeah, but those are even worse.
Yeah, but
But
Doug, you have at least 8 a day.
Let's not talk about me. This is about Garret.
I only drink one of these like once a week.
Oh man, yeah. Let's talk about Garret here.
You know, this show is about like self-improvement, becoming like the best version
Seriously,
of yourself.
and just the all the different directions that we're all going in our lives.
And Garret really has improved so much, you know, just in the time I've known him, you know, just physically and becoming stronger and the best version of himself health-wise. And, you know, that's something we want to talk about today and highlight, you know, those accomplishments.
Seriously, yeah.
So,
So I know you've been lifting.
Mm-hmm.
You've been lifting, working out. How's that?
It's going great. It's definitely gets hard sometimes. But just keep going, I guess.
How did it all start? How did you find yourself getting into lifting?
So it all happened at school. I was like tired of the way I looked in the mirror and like just tired, I guess, in general. So shout out to Coach Oliver. He got me in the weight training program, and I guess it just went from there.
Now, did you do weight training all 4 years of high school?
No, just 1 year.
1 year, senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you start lifting right after high school, or like, well, you did your weightlifting in senior year?
Mm-hmm.
Did you as soon as you got to high school, did you keep doing it? Did you take a break for a little bit? How'd you?
I kept going still.
You went straight into it.
Mm-hmm.
Straight into it.
now, do you like enjoy it? Is that something, do you get excited to go work out?
Yes, I do actually. It's like how playing video games used to be, like growing up. Like, wow, I'm so excited to go home and play video games with all my friends. It's kind of like that. It's
Same thing with working
just
out
like
there.
getting out of the house or whatever. So it benefits my mind also, not only me physically but mentally.
I feel like something you can get out of that house to go do to help improve yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Any way possible, whether it's working out or walk, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big thing. I think it's a big improvement on health in general.
It just helps me like
On your mindsets.
yeah, it helps me get my mind off everything. If I've got a bad day or something.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a big thing.
Now, do you have a diet regimen that complements?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I don't have like a strict diet plan or
Right.
anything. I just I try to eat more clean.
Uh-huh.
So, but on my new program I started, which we'll probably get into later, but I high carbs, high protein, lower calories, stuff like that. So like grilled chicken and rice and pretty much all I eat.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what's the easiest way to get some of that stuff in? Get some of that calories or some of that protein or carb in? What would you say?
Easiest way to get protein in, definitely meats. Grilled chicken's probably the best. Protein shakes, just loading it all up in there. Or if you're really a psychopath, you can put your grilled chicken and make it into a shake. I've seen people do that before.
I've seen. It's funny you say that. I've seen a video on TikTok about that.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's not for me,
Definitely not for me.
and neither is like the drinking like raw eggs or anything.
Yeah,
that's definitely
or
not for me either.
Raw liver.
Yeah, Liver King.
Liver King. Shout out to Liver King.
That's definitely not for me though.
No.
So let me ask you, like, what are your goals and how many of those goals have you achieved already, you know?
So when I first started working out, I really started taking it serious and being consistent in the gym in January. And that's like really whenever it took the turn for the best. But my goals for by the time I graduated was to be able to bench 300 pounds and squat 400 pounds. And I did those last month before graduating. And but my ultimate goal, I really want to start powerlifting. And I think I want to try to get state champion by 21. And then if national champion by 23, 24. and then end up being world champion by the time I'm 26.
Now, you're saying how you want to do powerlifting. Now, do you have do you know people that do that? Do you have a coach that you go with?
Yeah, I have a coach. His name is Walls of Jericho on Instagram. Shout out to him. And then I just personally know people also that go to my gym that are powerlift. So that's like a lot of help. And just honestly, who you know, kind of sort of thing.
Now, how much time do you dedicate daily to, fitness and staying in shape?
I'm normally in the gym for about 2 hours a day.
Wow.
It's normally how long my workouts take, but that's like getting there, rest, stretching, everything, whole 9 yards.
Right.
Yeah, I think something interesting is what's your split? How's your split look right now?
So right now it's Monday. I've got legs, which is like mostly just different types of squats and stuff like that. And then Tuesday I've got bench. Wednesday I've got deadlifts. I rest Thursday. Friday I do squats again. Saturday I do chest. And then I rest from Sunday. And then
a lot of legs there.
and redo it again. Yeah.
A lot of legs there.
It's very high volume too.
Yeah. You have how's that work? You just do that for so long, or how do you have that going?
That's what I'm currently doing. Lasts for 4 weeks. It's my first phase.
Okay.
Second phase, I haven't really looked at it yet, but it's going to be different for every 4 weeks.
How many phases are there?
3. So it's a total of 12 weeks.
Okay. And what happens after that third phase?
On the very last week of the 12th of the 3 phases, I max out.
Okay.
So I'll end up maxing middle to end of November.
Do you start over?
Yeah, we'll see.
On like new things?
I'll have to talk to my coach. I'm not really sure yet.
Okay.
But probably just restart and just get stronger, I guess.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of work.
It
does.
I mean, dang.
I mean, it sounds like he's taking it really seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like from sleep. Sleep is like the most important thing when it comes to all this and recovery.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like your diet and actually working out and
I've heard your diet's a lot, like 85%.
like 80, yeah, it's 80%. And then actually training in the gym is like 10% of the whole thing. It's crazy.
A lot. Yeah.
But like, how much money? I mean, you talk about having a personal trainer, and I know you probably have a diet. It's easy to go over there and get a bunch of candy bars.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of times you see people that struggling financially, they're health strugglers too, because it's flat out easier.
It's literally it's financially easier to be unhealthy than it is to be healthy.
It's sad that's how it works, but that's just how it is.
Seriously, yes.
Like,
So-
I pay $40 a month for my gym membership at RNHQ. Shout out to Sam, the owner of that. And then my trainer, I pay Josh $100 a month for my training, and then groceries, probably $100 a week, and then that's pretty much it, honestly. So probably close to around $300 a month, $350 at most, including supplements, because I take protein powder and pre-workout and stuff like that, and creatine.
That's quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
About $340 or whatever a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but everybody has their hobby, and it's nice
Yeah.
that his hobby is something that he's passionate about, and it's helping him become better. Get healthier. Would you describe that as a hobby? I mean, would it be more to you than?
I kind of treat it as a job, honestly, because I'm really wanting to monetize from powerlifting eventually, because I can create a following and maybe create myself as a brand. I definitely want to open up my own gym one day, and I really want to. My biggest goal is like to leave behind a legacy, like be remembered by everybody.
Everybody just kind of knows you.
Yeah,
Like, that's Garret.
I just really want to
did that.
inspire people. Like, that's my biggest thing about all this, is inspiring people to get up and go chase your dreams, or go lose that weight, go lift those weights or whatever. Like, just be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Because you've came a long way since I knew you. We've known you since freshman year, and you were in Watt's class, and there was a time where, I've been there too, where it's just like really out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
And you really turned that around. I have tremendous amount of respect for that.
I appreciate it.
A lot of people are noticing, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, and that's why we've had you on the show and talked about it.
Yeah, I weighed at my heaviest. I was close to 340 pounds, and I was just starting to see like a lot of health effects. Like, couldn't really breathe. Like, I was getting out of breath super easy. Like, just high blood pressure. Just not anything good was going on. So I was like, and I had a lot of back pain from that. So what originally caused me to lose weight was my back pain. I went to my doctor and everything. They're like, you gotta lose 40 pounds. Okay. And I think I lost 40 pounds in 2 months. I did it the really unhealthy way, but I did it, and I was like, wow.
I feel like a lot of people just don't eat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. But it's not good for you to not eat. You just end up gaining your weight back, I found out. So I ended up cutting down from 340 to 255 in about 6 months, I want to say. And I wasn't going to the gym at the time. I was just eating healthy. And like, I would go on runs and stuff at night and just doing a lot of cardio. But I wasn't really lifting weights back then. But I got down to 255 and I was like, wow, I'm not really strong. I'm kind of weak for my size or whatever. So I decided to hit the gym.
Started taking this pretty serious.
Yeah, and back in January, and I've gained a little bit of weight, but it's all muscle now.
That's good.
I've definitely got slimmer and stuff, but I feel so much better now. Like,
that's good.
I think a lot of people are wanting to do, how you were saying you've obviously gained that weight back a little bit of it is more of his muscle, and I feel like a lot of people want to gain, I guess, less muscle, but just be ripped. And I think personally the best way to do it is to get strong, get the muscle. You're gonna look a little heavy. That's okay though. You get the muscle, and then get ripped.
Yeah, you gotta have a foundation before you want to get ripped or shredded, whatever it is. Like, you can't just be 300 pounds and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna cut down to 185 pounds and you're gonna have saggy skin and all that stuff. You gotta build yourself a foundation before anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what I ended up learning later on after I lost all that weight.
Because there's a lot of people, they lose a tremendous amount of weight and then they look worse than maybe when they started.
And they get discouraged from that.
Because, it's you're unhealthy one way and you're trading one unhealthy for another unhealthy. So that's something important to keep in mind.
That's a big thing too. Like, whenever people don't eat, like, they just sit there and starve themselves, it's not healthy for you.
Right.
Or like, they eat 1,000 calories a day. That's not healthy either.
So what would be, because you've been on this journey for a while here, what's your advice? Like, how if you're out there and maybe you're tremendously overweight and, a teenager in high school, we've been there, and so like, where do we get started? What's the path? What do you recommend?
I just take it slow, honestly. Like, people want to lose all that weight like that, but you can't do it. So just change your diet and then slowly, like, introduce yourself to new things. Like, change your diet first, like, maybe eat fewer calories or something, and then start exercising, like doing running and stuff, or like even walking at first and then jogging and running, and then introduce yourself to the weights and just slowly build yourself up. That way you're not just putting all this stress in your body all at once, because even doing that is unhealthy too.
What do you have to say about motives and mindsets? Like, what needs to be your motive going in?
You just gotta have discipline for yourself, honestly. That's the biggest thing. Like, I don't feel like going to the gym all the time, but it's just, you feel better if you do go, even though you don't.
You feel so much better afterwards.
Yeah, like, you're glad that you went. Like, it's just, I don't really know how to explain it.
I've been in that mindset, that area a little bit. The days where I'm like, I don't want to go. I force myself to go. And I get there, I'm like, start working out, start feeling better, and then I really start to.
Exactly.
And after I get done, I'm like, that felt amazing.
It felt amazing.
Absolutely.
It was great. I was like, I completed it. I did what I did. now I feel great.
That's all it is, honestly. It's just a big mind game. Like, you're not only training your body, you're training your mental status too. It's a big part though, like, honestly, just having the dedication and discipline to go in the first place. Because I know people, I'm trying to help them out. I'm not gonna say names or anything, but like, they'd go for the gym for a month, quit going, just cancel their membership, and they're done. I'm like, you can't do that. I know you don't want to go anymore, but you got to.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people want to see progress way too quickly.
Yes.
They want to see progress way too quickly, and that's just not how that goes.
I mean, it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, I mean, you see all these guys, they live 5, plus years, and they live 2 years, and they're getting where they're probably wanting to get to. It's going to take the time.
You're not going to see progress in days or weeks or.
But then you don't work out. But 2 years later, you're like, well, if I was started 2 years ago, where I'm now, I'd be where I want to be.
Exactly. That's probably my biggest regret.
Waste that 2 years.
Is not starting sooner.
Now, here's one perspective I want to throw at y'all guys is like, you go into the gym and you're the big guy and you're heavy and. These other people are full on sprinting and they're lifting a lot of weights. And you're just a guy there. It's kind of intimidating.
It is. It definitely is.
I mean, and I'll tell you, kind of on a different level, I feel that with like doing the content creation and the videos and things. There's people out there putting out some awesome stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
And, we're here but it's all about the step on your journey. We might be at step 2 on our journey. They were at one point where we are.
Yeah.
You can't let this imposter syndrome hold you back.
There's gonna be people out there that's gonna like your content. No matter where they are, people are gonna like it. And people from this YouTube channel may not like yours, but that's just because they're used to that. They like that more.
That's true.
People that might start to not saying like ours, start listening to it. They just it's nice.
Yeah.
For them, whatever. It's something new to listen to get to, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, these little comparisons we make to each other and things, it's just such a setback. I mean, the purpose of this channel and what we want to talk about is becoming the best version of you.
So, back to working out, or you were saying how people are in there, they're lifting heavy, whatever.
Right.
It must be scary. It's scary. Don't get me wrong, but I think for me, and I'll probably speak for a lot of people, I think it encourages you. I think when you see people in there lifting heavy, you're like, I could be doing that. I could literally be, shoulder press on 120.
That can be me one day.
I used to be shoulder press on 120. I just got to stick to it. And I think having people in the gym really motivates me. It motivates, a lot of people. I was going to go to the gym the other day, and there was nobody in there. I was just like, I can't go in there. It's kind of tough, but, it's
Going back to what you were saying about how people, like, you compare yourself to others, that's something I struggle with a lot, is like, I bench press 300 pounds at 18 years old. Like, yeah, it's impressive, but I go on TikTok and I see all these guys at 18, like, benching like 405 or like crazy numbers. I'm like, well, that could be me, but it's not. Yeah. So I get myself down over that all the time. But it's my toxic trait about the gym, honestly.
Yeah. But again, they could have started a little sooner.
Exactly.
They could start. They could be eating, so much more, just, whatever.
I mean, it's all about just identifying weaknesses in ourselves and doing the best we can.
Exactly.
I mean, if this is my best at this time, my gym routine is nothing. All right, but like, I'm getting there. I'm getting off the couch. I mean, let's be honest, I hadn't done anything physical since freshman year basketball. Like that is like
dog shooting basketball.
I know that was when I was in peak health. Okay, COVID, it went downhill. So I'm trying to turn mine around, and that's why I kind of wanted to talk to you. You've taken it. You started your journey early, but you've taken it to the next level. You stuck with it. And let's be honest, there was a time you were in bad shape. But you've really, you're looking great, man. We're proud
I appreciate
of you. And so excited. I mean, you're going to go do big things. And it sounds like physical fitness might turn out to be a career for you.
I really hope it is. It's my dream, honestly.
That's great.
Start doing this powerlifting, That's crazy.
You got to keep us up to date.
I will.
All right.
we'll you know, maybe a little bit. We'll get you back on. We'll see the progress. We'll see. You know, which numbers are.
I'm down
I think
with
it's pretty cool.
dropping an occasional hype video for this man. Like
we'll do a hype video, or we'll just go to the gym and kind of vlog him. We'll see what he does. See. We'll just vlog. You know, see what he does.
Send us some
how
stuff.
he does it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's definitely something like really enjoyable. And Doug, you were saying that you might not be doing a lot, but you're doing more than a lot of other people though by just getting up and going.
Yeah.
Which is a huge deal.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Trying to work on it. Well, anyway, thanks for coming on the show, Garret.
Of course,
it's
thank you
been
for
a
having
lot
me.
of fun. You're a great friend of both me and Palmer.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to be on this too.
I think there's some really shareable knowledge. All right, guys. Doug and Caleb.
Reminding you to be better than you were yesterday.